So what do you do, guys, if you get a product that just really sucks? Do you do a review on it? Do you give it a good review? Do you tell people, hey, this product sucks, don't buy this product? What do you do? All right, so I have been confronted with this a few times. I've went to do a product review and I just get into it and it is terrible. I just can't do the review. I will tell you right now, I'm not going to put a review out if I believe the product is garbage, if it's no good. Don't do the review, because the one thing we have as influencers is our reputation. And if you get in the habit of doing things like that, you are going to lose that really quickly. All right. So first of all, if it's a product I have and I get it, I'm not going to do that product. But what happens if this product was sent to me by a supplier and I agreed to do a video? And I get in there and I start working with this thing and it is awful. Now, I will tell you, sometimes you need to slow down and read your instructions better, look a little closer. Sometimes you're doing something wrong. Make sure before you contact that supplier and tell them that it's garbage, that you have done your due diligence and made sure that there's not a problem with your methods, or you're actually researching the product. Make sure that the product is truly garbage. And if it is, then what I do is I will tell that supplier, say, hey, you know what, guys, I'm sorry. I'll do this review if you want. I'll put it out, but you're not going to like it because this product is awful. It's got this, this, and this wrong with it. And then I'll offer to send that product back. And I will tell you 9 times out of 10, they're just going to tell you to keep it. And they're going to say, don't worry about that review. I will get with the manufacturer and I will tell them your concerns. Okay? And then you move on. So you have done the right thing, and you haven't put something out there with your name on it as an influencer that is awful. So now, what do I do though if I have a product that is an okay product, but it has some little flaws in it? Well, little flaws, to me, it depends on whether it's something I can get by. I have really expensive products over here, and then I have products that are not so expensive over here, but they may get the job done. I may just have to tweak it or do something a little different. So if I can take this product and get it for a fraction of the cost of a major brand product, then maybe it's worth it if I can figure out how that product will work in the environment that it's intended to work, but just tweaking it a little. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but what I'm trying to say is if I can find a way to make the product work and it's a lot cheaper, then I can actually do the review on it and I will say this product works fantastic in all these different ways, but there is a slight issue here. But this is how I got by it. So now your customer or potential customer has the option of watching your video, seeing how well it works, seeing what the potential problem is, but how they can maybe get around that. And then they can decide. They can say, yeah, you know what? I'd rather save the money. I'll do that same thing. I'll make it work. And then they're not going to be surprised, get the product delivered to their home, and then be very upset because you didn't mention that. And they're like, well, man, this is just a piece of crap. I don't like this. And they send it back, and now you have a return. So be sure you're upfront, honest, see if you can work through the product and, go ahead and work out any kinks. Now, there's also another area that I find that's a problem. One of the other areas is going to be the instruction manuals. Sometimes these instructions can be terrible, that they are just almost impossible to follow. They make you so upset you want to drag the things out to the front yard and throw them away. Well, what I will do is I will spend the extra time and I will figure it out step by step. I am relentless. I do not give up on that. I get it figured out. And if I can get it figured out and get it together and get everything the way it's supposed to be, and I'll give you some examples. I did some doors recently that are beautiful doors, but the instructions were awful. These were like a barn type door that you had to put together, but the instructions were terrible. Well, once I figured it out though, it wasn't so bad. So if somebody is watching me and watch the video, they get to avoid all of those pitfalls. You can help walk somebody through it. You can help that company, and you can also help yourself at the same time. So there's a lot of different things when it comes to whether you should do the video or not, and you're going to have to personally look at that and decide. But I will not make a video if I do not think the product is worthy at all. If it is a piece of garbage, then I am not going to make a video, because, what's the point? All they're going to do is get the product, get it delivered home. They're going to open up the box. They're going to say, this is garbage. They're going to pack it back up. They're going to send it back, and you're going to get a return. So did you really get anywhere? No, you just wasted your time. So give a good review, give an honest review, and maybe try to help somebody in the meantime. If it's an assembly situation, show them how it's assembled. If it's bad instructions, help them get past that. If you have to, call the manufacturer yourself or call the seller and say, hey, how do I do this? Because the instructions aren't telling me and I can't figure it out. Do the research yourself so you make a good quality video. Put that out there then, and then your customers are going to be happy, or your potential customers are going to be happy. So hopefully, guys, this helps. Next week, we are going to get into creator connections, and I'm going to cover a little bit of that. So be sure you don't miss that episode. Be sure you hit that like button. Be sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. And if you got any questions, be sure you leave me that as well, and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.